Our bodies are electric. They are electric. The entire universe is of frequency and it is of vibration. Guys, I'm talking about things like the ginger. Ginger hits inflammation and it hits inflammation hard. I'm talking about things like the red bell pepper. I'm telling you, these things literally increase your vibration. Now, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how essential oils and plant-based items can cross the blood-brain barrier. Guys, what do scientists say? They say, well, if we could just figure out something that can cross the blood-brain barrier, then we might have a cure for cancer. Well, I'm telling you, this has been known since biblical times, but no one seems to be aware of this. No one seems to be spreading this information that the divine plants in which nature has provided us with can in fact cross the blood-brain barrier, can repair damaged DNA, can stimulate apoptosis. Apoptosis is cellular death of a mutated cancer gene to where it doesn't spread throughout the entire body. Guys, stay tuned for this video because I'm going to break this down, and don't click this video off just because there's not a lot of live animation going on. This is important information. A healthy human body resonates, has a vibration of between 62 and 70 megahertz. Human cells start to change or mutate when their frequency drops below 62. Okay, guys, this is when we start getting sick. Our literal frequency and our vibration starts to drop. 58 is the frequency when we have the cold or the flu. When Candida is present, our body vibrates at a frequency of 55. Okay, what is Candida? Well, 90% of the population is vibrating at a frequency of 55 right now, which is a low vibration because they've got Candida. They like their sugar. Sugar feeds yeast, which feeds Candida. So carbs and starches and sugars and all these things are creating a Candida state within the body. And when you learn to juice things like the beet and the celery and the tarragon, these things literally eliminate Candida within the body. And this is why we need to learn to detox and we need to learn to juice so that we can literally increase our vibration. 42 is the frequency where cancer starts to appear. Okay, this is a very, very low vibration. When the death process begins, the frequency drops to around 20. The measured frequency of essential oils has been shown to go as high as 320 megahertz, as seen with the rose oil. Lavender has a frequency of 118. Sandalwood has a frequency of 96. Oils entrain the cells of the body to increase their vibratory rate. Let me say that again because that's important. Oils entrain the cells of the body to increase their vibratory rate. We all need to increase our vibrations, and I'm telling you how you can do it. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to break some of this stuff down. You know, dead food, such as hamburgers and chicken, they have frequencies of between 3 and 5 megahertz, guys. I mean, and this is what we're consuming. We're consuming microwave, radiated, just pure, poisonous, toxic foods. And we wonder why we have sickness. We wonder why we have disease. We wonder why we have headaches. We wonder why we have back pain and all this crazy calcification in between our joints, all this uric acid buildup. I'm telling you guys, you do not have to suffer from sickness. You do not have to suffer from disease. There is a way that you can eliminate all of this, and it's found divinely in nature. Nature provides us with all of the harmony that our body needs. Living foods such as broccoli and celery, these vibrate at frequencies of around 70 megahertz. These are living foods, guys, and they literally raise your vibrations. Now, what I'm going to talk about next is I'm going to talk about the blood-brain barrier, and I'm just going to completely break it down, and I'm going to read you guys some of this stuff about how essential oils work. It was thought for years that the interstitial tissue of the brain served as a barrier to keep damaging substances from reaching the neurons of the brain of the cerebrospinal fluid. Instead of a barrier, it would be more accurate to consider it as a sieve or a filter through which only molecules of a certain size can pass through. Okay, only really small molecules can get through this blood-brain barrier. Most of the molecules of substances used in chemotherapy, they're simply too large to pass through the blood-brain filter. This is why they don't work. This is why doctors even say that chemotherapy oftentimes doesn't work on brain cancer. Because some of the smaller molecules might get through, yes, but not the whole suite of drugs here. This is why it's not effective. This is why chemotherapy is not effective. You get cancer. They give you cancer through GMO food, and then they want to put more toxins in you. No, no, no. I'm telling you of a way that this can be done naturally. Doctors don't know for sure, but it seems that in order to cross the blood-brain barrier, only molecules less than 800 to 1,000 anatomic mass units, that is AMU, in molecular weight can get through, okay? Lipid solubility seems to be another factor which facilitates passing through the blood-brain barrier. Okay, water molecules, guys, aren't going to get through. They're not going to penetrate into brain tissue, even when they're very small. But however, the molecules of essential oils, that's a whole nother situation entirely, baby. We're talking about being able to penetrate that barrier because they are lipid soluble. Essential oils are lipid soluble. In fact, when it comes to essential oils, small molecules of less than 500 anatomic mass units are what they're made of. This is why they are aromatic. This is why aromatherapy is so beneficial. This makes them uniquely able to not only address disease, not only from a physical level, but more of a basic fundamental level because they contribute to our emotional state, which are oftentimes the root cause of physical illness. You know, this is the reason why so many cancer patients, they have no hope. I mean, that emotional state contributes a lot of times to the sickness and the disease in their current state because doctors don't give them any hope, you know. They give them a period of time that they will have left to live, and this is not right. I'm telling you, you guys don't have to suffer from this. Let me give you a quick course in chemistry. Because of the tiny molecular structure of components of an essential oil, they are extremely concentrated. Okay, one drop contains approximately 40 million trillion molecules. One drop, guys. One drop. This is very, very important information. That is 4 with 19 zeros after it. We have 100 trillion cells in our bodies. 100 trillion, that's a lot. But one drop of essential oil contains enough molecules to cover every cell in our body with 40,000 molecules. Considering that it only takes one molecule of the right kind to open a receptor site and communicate with the DNA to alter the cellular function, we can see why even just inhaling just a small amount of vapor oil, I'm talking about organic essential oils here, have profound impacts on the body, the brain, and the emotions. Now, sometimes too many oil molecules overload receptor sites. This is the reason why there is an art to aromatherapy, and you have to know what you're doing when it comes to essential oils, because it needs to be a balance. It needs to not be too much. It needs to be just the right amount. Essential oils are mixtures of dozens, even hundreds of constituents, all of which are composed of carbon and hydrogen and sometimes even oxygen. All essential oils are principally composed of a class of organic compounds built of isoprene units. An isoprene unit is a set of 5 connected carbon atoms with 8 hydrogen atoms attached. Their molecular weight is only 68 anatomic mass units, which is very, very small indeed. Molecules built of isoprene units are classified as terpenes. Terpenes are what makes essential oils unique in the world of natural substances. Now I'm going to talk about monoterpenes. Monoterpenes are compounds of 2 isoprene units, which is 10 carbon atoms and 16 hydrogen atoms per molecule. Their molecular weight is 136 anatomic mass units. There are an estimated 2,000 variety of monoterpenes. Monoterpenes are found in most essential oils, guys, okay? I'm talking about angelica, hyssop, rose of Sharon, what's some other one? Peppermint, juniper, frankincense, spruce, pine, cypress, myrtle. All of these have monoterpenes, guys. This is why I'm so passionate about frankincense. While offering a variety of healing properties, the most important ability of monoterpenes is that they can reprogram misinformation in the cellular memory. With improper coding of the DNA, cells malfunction and disease results. Okay, we're all toxic. We've all got these crazy malfunctioning DNA, and I'm telling you that these monoterpenes help to eliminate that because they reprogram miswritten information in the cellular memory. This includes cancer. Now, I want to talk about sequiterpenes. Sequiterpenes are compounds of 3 isoprene units, which is 15 carbons and 24 hydrogens per molecule. They have a molecular weight of 204 anatomic mass units. There's more than 10,000 kinds of sequiterpenes. They are things like essential oils such as cedarwood, vetiver, spikenard has 93, as sandalwood, black pepper. Black pepper is great for pain relief. Patchouli, myrrh, and ginger. They're also found in frankincense. Sequiterpene molecules deliver oxygen molecules to the cells like hemoglobin does in the blood. Sequiterpenes can also erase and deprogram miswritten codes in the DNA. Sequiterpenes are thought to especially be effective in fighting cancer because the root problem with cancer cell is that it contains misinformation, and the sequiterpenes can erase that garbled information. At the same time, the oxygen carried by the sequiterpene molecule creates an environment where cancer cells cannot reproduce. Do you guys understand what I'm telling you? What does the American Medical Association say? They say, well, if we had an agent that could pass the blood-brain barrier, we might find cures for such ailments as Lou Gehrig's disease, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. These agents already exist. We need to wake up. The agents, of course, are essential oils, particularly like those containing the brain oxygenating molecules of sequiterpenes. Okay, I'm talking about frankincense here, and the oils like frankincense. They deliver a triple whammy. First, they clean the receptor sites, and they allow proper transfer of hormones, peptides, neurotransmitters, steroids, and other intercellular messengers. Second, they deprogram and they erase wrong information from cellular memory stored in DNA. The sequiterpenes take care of that. And third, we need to reprogram the cells with correct information so they can function properly. And guess what does that? The monoterpenes do that. The frankincense does that. The divine essential oils known since biblical times do that. And we need to wake up to this. And we need to stop living in sickness. And we need to stop living in disease. We need to stop living with pain and all of these ailments going on with our body. And we need to learn to get our juice on. We need to learn to hit our pain with ginger. We need to learn to juice the red and the orange and the yellow bell pepper. We need to learn to juice the apple, and we need to learn to use essential oils. You guys have a glorious vibratory day. Peace, love, and positive vibrations to you. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Get your juice on, baby. No more sickness, no more pain. Get your juice on. Get your essential oils on.